What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tuesdays with Trap. Man, yeah, it's been about 3 years now, and I apologize for the change of setting, but I wanted to try something different. If this doesn't quite work out, then I'll be right back in the gym filming these. I do plan to continue to do my supplement reviews in the gym. That's kind of the whole thing behind it. And obviously the shorts that I post, my training shorts, will be in the gym as well. But for this new Tuesdays with Trap, or the more of, I guess you could say, continuation, even though it's been about, like I said, about 3 years now, it's technically hitting the restart button on that. So it'll be something new, wanted to kind of put it in a different setting, kind of give it a different vibe. But hey, hope everybody's having a great week so far, and let's just go ahead and dive right on in. But before I do that, if you don't mind, take a second, like, comment, subscribe. I will really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot, and also I heavily appreciate the support that I've been getting, and that's including short form, the long form, the shorts and the longer videos, the supplement reviews, and I'm also going to continue with those. I've been at this now for 20 years, so I've definitely taken a lot of supplements. So I'll definitely continue to do that. And what I plan on doing is more of like a bi-weekly thing. Maybe 1 week it'll be a supplement review, and then maybe the next it'll be a Tuesdays with Trap video. But it may also depend on what I currently have and what I'm using, or if I use something new, then it might be 2 supplement reviews in a row. But I'm going to try and figure out something, make sure that it's steady and that it's not kind of hit and miss. So I'm going to try and get that figured out. It really shouldn't be that complicated, but but all right. So this video, Tuesdays with Trap. What are we talking about? Strength training in 2024. That, I understand, could be, I could go on a tangent, I could go down a rabbit hole, I could literally just bounce off so many different ideas and places in regards to that. I mean, that is really just a huge open space. And forgive me for the lingo, but once I really start thinking about it, that conversation can literally go anywhere. But there's something where I really wanted to focus on with this, and that is not getting discouraged. I understand that strength training, especially for those who are strength training and not necessarily just trying to compete, like myself. I've been competing now for the last 2 years, and I have used outlets, like social media, Lord help us, Facebook, Instagram. I was about to say Snapchat. I'm not really sure how big that is right now. And also TikTok, as looking at these things, and you can actually use them for motivation. But let's be honest, a lot of us will look at these outlets, look at these things, and get discouraged because we're constantly seeing people that are in extremely good shape, and they're throwing up some really nasty numbers. And it seems like every time you turn around, it's, somebody's mentioned 500, 600, or even more. But the point that I'm trying to get across is training is it's not something that you can just, forgive me if I'm kind of stalling here, training's not a highlight reel, which is exactly what all these other things are. Now, you could almost turn that around on me and say, oh, well, you're posting your training. Well, yeah, but you'll see all my workouts. You'll never just see me going out there saying, oh, here's this PR, here's this PR. you're going to see me training volume. You're going to see me training really heavy or, low reps and low sets, low sets, low reps. You're going to see me all over the place because that's what training is. You're not always going to be throwing up these big numbers, and that's kind of what you're going to have to remember is that takes time, man. Ladies, gentlemen, I just have a bad habit of saying man. It's something that takes time. It's going to have to build up. I've been at this for 20 years. 20 years. I started lifting in 2004, and here we are in 2024. Out of those 20 years, I've competed once back in 2008, and then once again in 2010. I benched 250 and deadlifted 385. Whereas, in my last competition, I did 418, and I've done 440 in the gym. Now, I know to make it to a lot of people see these numbers and be like, shouldn't you be doing a whole lot more than that? It's all based on the individual. Me, for instance, I feel like maybe I could have gotten those numbers a lot earlier in my training career, but honestly, I coasted for about 18 years because the last 2 years I've had more of a training mindset. I've been competing in the bench press, but those other times I was just in the gym 4 to 5 days a week training. And after that time, I just started getting that feeling and was like, I want to see what kind of numbers are actually being put up. Like looking at openpowerlifting.com, not just looking at social media and seeing all these crazy numbers that you're seeing, going on out there. And you go, or if you want, I'm not saying if you are going to, but if you decide to, or even if not, but if you want to compare yourself to what people are actually doing in these meets, these local meets, even the national meets, I promise you, man, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not really going to be as far away as you think you are. Set goals for yourself. Be competitive against yourself, especially at the start. And that's how you'll keep pushing forward. Now, I do understand, too, that some people have a different way of going about it. They feel that, I need to compare myself to this person because it gets me going. It gets me fired up. That way I can have somebody to beat. I get it. I've been there. Once I started, getting into the competition, I started looking at numbers, and then I started looking at names. It's like, that's what they're doing now. That's what they're doing now. Okay, well, I need to step it up. And I get that part, but you still need to put a heavy focus on beating yourself. That's where the numbers really start to go up. And the more you do that, the more you realize you're beating others in the process. Because you're not just hung up on what someone else is doing. Oh, man. Well, I really could keep going on that. But my whole message for this in regards to strength training in 2004 is do not get discouraged. Just keep pushing and set goals for yourself. Go against yourself. The more and more you do that, and like I said, whether you decide to compete or not, you will realize that within time, you're going to be beating others. But hey, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Tuesdays with Trap. We're back again after 3 years, and I really hope you have a great rest of the week. And if you don't mind, take a second, like, comment, subscribe. It's going to definitely help me out. See you next time.